YouTube, all that jazz 808 back again, and today I'm back to show you guys what I actually used in my carry-on and how I packed differently for our flight back home. So if you haven't seen my previous video, go ahead and check it out. I did a video on what's in my diaper bag, a carry-on edition, and in that video I had 3 bags. I had the BFF, the BRB, and a Super B. So I was overly prepared for the trip going to Hawaii, and it was too much. I didn't need all of that, so I switched it up a lot on the way home. So let me just go ahead and get right into it. So just on like one of these grab handles, I had my son's jacket hanging on it. I also had my carrier, which I just carried or had around my waist most of the time. This was a lifesaver. If you're going to be traveling with a baby, I suggest using one of these, because in the plane it was a real lifesaver. When he was sleeping, I could be hands-free and he would just be on my chest. And on the way home, yes, we were the family with the screaming baby towards the end of the flight. It was so embarrassing, but couldn't do nothing about it. We tried our best and we got through it. So highly recommended baby carrier. This time I only had 2 bags with me. I had just my BFF and the BRB. The BFF was dedicated to baby's food and snacks, and the BRB I used for his change of clothes, diapers, medicine, stuff like that. So let me start off with the BFF quickly. I may rush this video a little because my son is taking a nap and I think he's about to wake up. So here we go. On the sides in the bottle pocket, I just had 2 pre-filled bottles for him. And mind you, we got back on Saturday, so my bags were already unpacked. I just packed them up for this video, so things won't be the things I had in my bag flying back won't be the exact same things you see in the video. But I had 2 bottles pre-filled with water for him. The mommy pocket was dedicated to our liquids, so I had them all, in the Ziploc bag. Easy access. When we go through security, just take the whole thing out and put it in the tray. So of course it had other things in here, but this is for the purpose of the video. That's all I had in this pocket. It was just strictly dedicated to that. This pocket up here, I just had lip chapstick. The side of the bag, I just had a keychain, and I had a Passy Pod, which had a Wubba Nub. I had a Wubba Nub in here, and I had one attached to my carrier and an extra one in the BRB, just in case. The back of the BRB, I had our booty pod with some wipes in there, a mesh shuttle, and I shoved our iPad in there. Also, as you notice, I did not even use the backpack straps for this bag the entire trip. I just stuck to the messenger strap. Alright, and into the main compartment of this bag, here you go. The front picture pockets were the same. I had the wet ones and a this diaper bag belongs to tag. This Animalini Quick here is where I had all of his things baby would need to eat with, such as spoons, bibs, table toppers. I had washcloths in here, burp cloths, all that sort of thing was in this clip. And this is pretty much it. I just had a full tub of formula sitting here on the side. I also brought his snack tower, which I refilled as it emptied with formula. So like on our layovers or whatnot, I made sure I pre-filled this, because if he's crying on the plane and he wants a bottle, it was so much easier to just dump one in there instead of having to sit there and measure out scoops. So that's what I used that for. I had a full container of puffs in there. And this I didn't change from my normal diaper bag. This is our restaurant needs pouch, which had the same things in here, like snacks, bendy straws, fruit pouches, attachable spoons, things of that nature. And then on the side here, I just had more food pouches. So the other pockets were pretty much empty. I didn't need them. Another thing I had in here that's not shown in the video was I just had a bunch of like baby mum-mums, and I just threw them in here. I didn't put them in a pouch. It was too much of a hassle on the plane to hurry up and pull out a pouch and open it and give him a snack. So I just threw them all in here. I just had to open one zipper and grab it. So much easier. So this is all that was in my BFF. And packing it like this, it was super light. It was so easy to carry through the airport. Next up, I have my BRB. Attached to the side, I just had our monkey mat. We used this probably only twice. He wouldn't stay on this. He kept trying to crawl off of it, so we just held him or pushed him around in his stroller. On the sides, this side bottle pocket, we bought a bottle of water after we got through security, and we just had that in there. And then on this side, I just had another pre-filled bottle for my son. So we took 3 bottles total with us. And we didn't bring any sippy cups on the way back. So we just threw that all in our luggage. Also, you'll notice we did not carry our hydro flask with us because it took up too much space. We didn't really use it on the on the flight there. So we just stuck to regular bottles of water. If it got warm, it got warm. Too bad. This front flat pocket here, I just had a zipper pouch with our itinerary in there. And of course another this diaper bag belongs to tag. This mommy pocket here was for me. So I had my wallet in here. I had a lip gloss and a pen. This pocket here, I just had, I had some headphones in here also, but I had gum and oil absorbing face wipes. At the bottom I had a coin purse, a compact, and mints. I also had my older son's hearing aid batteries in here in case they were to die on the trip home. This pocket here was dedicated for my phone, which I don't have in there at the moment. This top pocket here is where I kept stuff I needed to grab quickly, like one of his favorite toys was in here. I had a couple extra toy leashes. Like I said earlier, I had an extra wubba nub, and I had our stroller clips in here. This back pocket here, I didn't have anything in for the flight home. Onto the main compartment. Go. So up top here, I just had my son's little muslin, well, not little, it's pretty big, but his muslin blanket. I had our medical kit, which of course I took out all the liquids and it was in my BFF, but I had this in there. This kit here was dedicated for his toys. So if you watched my previous video, you've seen that I had that Gerber bag, which was huge, and it was sitting at the bottom of this bag. What I found out was he did not care to play with any of those toys on the way there. He was more interested in my empty water bottle or those empty boxes you get from the food on the plane. So I just packed toys I knew he loved. So for the purpose of the video, I just shoved it with our medium set piece with toys in there, but it wasn't even, it was probably like this full. It didn't have that many toys in there. He didn't need a lot. And we had a long flight. So our first flight was 7 hours. Second flight was probably about 3.5. And our last flight was about an hour. So, I mean, a 14-hour traveling day with all the layovers and whatnot, he didn't need that many toys. And this was our diapering quick, which had about 4 diapers, wipes, change pad. I also had some Clorox to-go wipes so I can wipe down the table before I lay my change pad on there, which we used up. I also reattached my hand sanitizer after we got through security. And this was a lifesaver for when I had to change him. It was so much easier to just have this instead of carrying my whole bag in there. So like you saw, I had 4 diapers in here. And in this back mesh pocket, I carried all his extra diapers. So we had about 14 back here. And as my quick got empty, I just kept refilling it. That's that. Now onto the mesh compartment of this bag. At the top here, I just had his beanie because I knew it was going to be cold when we got back. I had an extra pair of pajamas. Oh, I also had an extra shirt in here for myself and an extra pair of pants just in case, but I forgot to put it in for this video. I have an extra pareo in here that my dad gave me. This was just to cover ourselves or if he had a mess, whatnot. And then, of course, I had our wet bag in here. So that is it. That's all we needed for our long flight back home. And it worked out perfectly. So if this is your first time flying with a baby, you may think you need a lot. but you really don't. That's all I needed on the way back. But of course, if it's your first time flying, you're going to want to make sure, you have everything under the sun, just in case. So I hope this helped you, if you were wondering what I actually use from my other bags. So again, if you didn't see it, go check out that video. It was ridiculous. You should have seen us when we were walking through the airport. We looked crazy. We had a stroller, then we had our car seat. I was wearing my son. I had the BRB on my back. Then we had the Super B in the stroller and the BFF hanging from the stroller. And my husband was carrying one of those big ass military bags. We looked so crazy. We had so much stuff. You would think that we didn't have any luggage. But learn from my mistakes. This is how I pack now. So if we go on another trip, I know exactly how to pack and what to pack. So again, I hope this helped you guys. I hope all of you had a wonderful New Year's, and I hope to do a lot more videos this year. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing. If there's anything or any questions you may have, you can leave them in the comments down below, and I'll try my best to answer them. And again, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.